What's up, you guys? It is Saturday, May 25th, and today's video, or this week's video, is going to be a grocery haul. I've been trying to do this, but I usually grocery shop on Fridays. Ashton's not around, he won't help me. I can't grocery shop and film at the same time. So today, Saturday morning, I told them we're going first thing in the morning, before it gets wild and crazy, before we have to do things. We're gonna film a grocery haul. So let's get into it. I like to shop at HEB. I do buy things at Trader Joe's, sometimes Whole Foods as well. But for the most part, I get the most of my groceries from HEB. Now, check out this poor little princess. Oh my goodness. She got her teeth cleaned yesterday and they had to pull some baby teeth that never fell out. And she's just being so sad. She's got sutures in her mouth, so that's why she's wearing this donut thing so she doesn't pick at them for 10 days. And this was yesterday. Look at how sad she looks. So sad. Oh my goodness. And Allie went and got shots yesterday. Yeah, you did good too, huh? I'm getting so old. Look at those old eyebrows. Allie's gonna be 10, guys. She's gonna be 10 in September or August. Oh, I'm sorry, man. You're getting so old, dude. All right, let's go do this grocery haul. Oh, look at her eyes look so glassy from the anesthesia. I'm sorry. But first, we're gonna IHOP before the grocery store. I love this place. They do no butter, no oil. It's cheap, it's good, it's fast. Let's do this. For breakfast, I always get an egg white omelet, no butter, no oil, and then just usually some veggies. I got ham this time for extra protein, and tomatoes, and a side of salsa, and then I got some harvest grade enough pancakes coming with sugar-free syrup. Alright guys, we're at HEB, the best grocery store in the world. If you don't live in Texas, I feel really sorry for you. Here in Austin, we use reusable bags. So, bags. HEB doesn't really give you bags, and they charge for bags. They're 25 cents a bag, so you gotta bring your own bags. So here we go. Let's do it. So, what side of the grocery store do you guys like to start at? We always start in produce. I don't know why. I don't know if there's a reason for that. My mom started the produce, so we always did. Does it make sense? I don't know. So I haven't been eating a whole lot of veggies for my greens. I've been super obsessed with arugula and I've been putting it in everything. So I go through this like crazy.
No nuts?
Oh no, not this nut section. I have been obsessed with nuts, but there's a section that's like you can pick your own nuts. They have really good ones. So, like I said, I'm not really eating a whole lot of veggies. I've been really bloated lately, so I'm trying to stay away from vegetables. We're also trying to film incognito here, so I'm not making it obvious. That's why I look so awkward. I'm not buying these because I have some at home, but these are the best little potatoes ever. They're so good, and the purple ones, I don't know what kind they are, but they taste the best. So I always get a bunch of these. We still have some at home, so I'm not going to buy them, but just FYI. Bananas. We need bananas. Bananas are great. The best part about bananas is when they start to go too ripe, then you can just freeze them. Oh, that actually doesn't look too bad. There's probably a lot of oil in here, but this looks like a fun little meal. Oh no, 17 grams of fat. That is way too much fat. It's because of all the oil and butter they put in there. Just kidding. I knew I dropped one. Yeah. Proteins of choice, I always get the natural, no antibiotics chicken. This is how we meal prep. We get 2 of these. I just know what portion sizes we are to use. Extra lean ground beef and extra lean turkey breast, and I cook this all in the crock pot every week. Thanks. Dave's Killer Bread is by far my favorite bread. This is so good. It's not gluten-free, obviously, so I really don't eat much of it. And then these epic everything bagels are the best. These are so freaking good. They're really high carb, obviously. What is this? 47 grams of carbs, but they're good. So, like, if I eat one, I'll eat half of one. So one of the most important aisles for a dieter is the condiment aisle. We are looking for... Which one are we looking for? Whataburger. You see it? Most important thing to note is to look at the calories. Salsa's usually a really low calorie, so that's what I like to go with. Red Hot is some of my favorites. Mustards are also really good. Whataburger has really great mustard. My favorite mustard is probably the Heinz, best mustard ever. No sugar added ketchup is a really good option. We actually need some of this, we don't have it. Someone told me this was good, but does it have calories? Look, 0 calories. I'm actually gonna give this a try. And that is not. Does this have calories? You gotta look, guys. You gotta look at labels. 10 calories, 1 tablespoon, that's not bad, doable. But sometimes you want more than that. Red Hot Wings has 0 calories, so we're gonna give this a shot. Oh my god, you found it, yay! This is the best. Whataburger is only in Texas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys probably don't have this. You're missing out, I'm really sorry. It is 10 calories, which is pretty standard for all sauces, but this is really good on eggs and even rice and like turkey. Oh, it's like my favorite. I love the picante sauce. I also always get the Zesty Italian fat-free dressing. This is great on vegetables, chicken. It's so good and so low calorie. Processed as fuck, but that's life. So rice, jasmine rice is our go-to here. I always get the boil in a bag because it's super easy to prep. I also like to get some of these Uncle Ben's. So this is my favorite aisle. This is the health and nutrition aisle. We got protein bars, but my favorite part is this epic nut section here. And these are the nuts that I like to get. I've been obsessed. Cinnamon pecans. These are a little bit higher sugar. They're 10 grams of sugar per serving, but they're so good. Just a nice little treat. And then my other ones, which this HEB actually doesn't have as many nuts. They don't have my walnuts. Do you see them? So normally I like the cinnamon walnuts, but it looks like this HEB doesn't have them. That's sad. So we're just gonna grab a scoop of these guys. I don't like to buy a lot of this because I'll eat it all in one sitting. I like this because you can just kind of measure out what you want, and sometimes I literally come here every single day and just grab like 10 nuts. I always, throughout the week, will make like a list of the things that we're missing. So like bleach, butter spray, just random shit that I always forget. And I remember like once a week, and then, so all week long I make a list. That's kind of how I remember how to get everything. So we still need Eggos for you, Sleepy Time tea, dish soap, and mason jars for meal prepping. These apple cider vinegar drinks are my favorite. I always get the apple cinnamon ones. These taste the best. They're pretty low calorie. If you find these, make sure you pick the right ones because a lot of these actually have a lot of calories. Like this one is super high calorie. Oh no, this one's only 20 calories. I've never seen this one. For 2 servings. Okay, so but it's 10 grams of sugar. Like, do you really want that? I might get one just to try. The apple cider vinegar and honey, see it's 120 calories for this whole thing, so you have to be careful. This one's also really good too. One of my favorite aisles is the cereal aisle, even though I don't really eat a lot of cereal. But I almost forgot to talk about this bone broth. This is what I use to make my proteins in the crock pot. So I just throw the proteins in there with bone broth, and I get the one with turmeric and ginger. Really great for digestion and gut health. And it adds 10 grams of protein per serving, so yeah. You need oatmeal? Sugar-free maple syrup, processed AF, but I still use it. There's just a few things that I can't give up, and yeah. I also really like the, right here, number 1. Can't live without this stuff. Maple walnut syrup. This is not healthy, but you know what? You gotta be happy. Just gotta be happy. Coupons. And then every week I grab one of these guys. Rice Krispies. I like to have, the reason I don't buy a whole box is because then I would eat it all the time. So I can't control myself. So I portion everything out, which is why I just get one little container, my weekly treat. I love it. There's no rice cakes here, right? No. Seasonings. Moving on to seasonings. One of the most important parts of dieting is making sure your food tastes somewhat decent. Coconut oil spray, I cook with everything. If you use this, It's way lower calories. It's not 0 calories. A spray is 0 calories, but if you spray a lot, it's not. It adds up. It does add up. But it's way better than putting in a blob of coconut oil. But it's like a... So this is one of our favorite ones. This brand. It's 70% less salt than most seasonings. And ginger. Alphabetical order. Ground ginger. I put this in all of my proteins. I think this has really, really helped with my digestive health. Just including it in a lot of things. What else? They don't have it in this aisle. Oh, they do. Okay, so sparkling water is epic for... I actually noticed that it really helps when I'm bloated and things like that. I know that sounds kind of weird because it does have water in it, but it helps settle my stomach and it helps fill you up. So. Sorry. Waterloo is a local Austin brand. They've got a ton of flavors, like literally peach, coconut, strawberry, grape, regular, grapefruit, watermelon, so many flavors, and it's really, really good. I'm gonna go with lime. It's literally called Sleepy Time Tea. This is like the best tea ever. It's actually really good tasting and just helps like calm you and like ritualize the winding down time. So me and Ashton usually have some of this before we go to bed. So Ashton really wants me to talk about the HEB coffee because it's actually really good. I don't like K-Cups anymore though. So if they ever decided to come back with Nespresso ones of these, they're really good. So if you have a K-Cup, like my favorite flavor was the Texas Pecan, Houston, and San Antonio. Really, really good. Okay, rice cakes, guys. I just get the plain, regular ones. I eat these all day, every day. They've also got a ton of flavors. We're talking like chocolate, caramel, apple, cinnamon, but I cannot control myself with these. Like, I will literally eat this in one day. So, there's certain things that you have to kind of like know your weaknesses, and these are my weaknesses. So I don't get the flavored ones because I have no self-control. This is so weird.
Nope.
Cashew milk is my number one. Go through a lot of milk. Oh, something's leaking over here. Uh-oh. So I've never actually bought these, but the macros are pretty legit. One whole bottle is 5 grams of fat, 1 carb, and 10 grams of protein, so 80 calories. This might be like a good like morning kickstart thing. I'm gonna grab a couple and see how they taste. It's all about labels, guys. Just read the labels. Let's do vanilla and a mocha. So that's really all we have for food. Everything else we gotta get is like house stuff. Like I think we need some soap, toothpaste. Yeah, soap and toothpaste. Let's do it. Finish it off. Now we wait in line. Hi, we're back from the grocery store.
I'll ship it on.
$200 later. It was actually not that much. Usually we spend a lot more than that. But I didn't buy a whole lot of produce, and I usually do that like, it's a long weekend, but wow, hello. I usually buy most of my produce from Trader Joe's, and that's usually about $50 to $60 or so. So we usually spend between $250 and $300 a week on groceries. Ew. All right, I'm gonna put this all away. Possibly the end of the video. If it is, make sure to thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you guys in the next one.